Yeah, this is Dave from cheapbooks.com playing World of Tanks. The tank is the M41 Bulldog. This is an American Tier 7 light tank. The map is Malinovka. And I'm working on a mission which is LT-15 Aggressive Recon Specialist. I have to do 5,000 hit points of spotting damage. I'm going to head for one of those bushes right in the center of the field. You know what? I'm going to rewind it, replay it again so you can see exactly how I did it.
Time to roll out.
So basically you want to avoid hitting trees because it'll slow you down. You want to avoid hitting the fence because that will slow you down. Pick up as much speed as you can. Try not to hit the trees. Slow down right before you get to the bush. Roll right in. Check to make sure you didn't go too far. And I believe I'm going to spot around 9 tanks in this game, but we're also going to destroy the enemy team.
Ready to fire.
When I play, you don't want to fire, you want to hold your gunfire, but I'm keeping an eye, in case I need to fire, I'm keeping an eye on the tanks that I would shoot at. Basically, if I get spotted, I want to run away, which is going to mean going in reverse usually, and have somebody to shoot at. And so that means I'm going to pick a target, have the auto aim ready, and hold that button down when I'm ready to run away. The other thing is, when you're here, you don't want to have an ally show up next to you. Sometimes they will pull into those trees, but you don't want them to be, for example, right next to you. And I'm going to explain to you something that happened once. A very bad person came up to me. He did a weird zigzag as he came down. He got spotted. Tanks were shooting at him, and to avoid their fire, he hid behind me, so I wasn't spotted. So they were shooting at him, and they hit me, and then he hid behind my dead body for the remainder of the time that he sat at the bush. So what he did was a really bad thing. It was really unsportsmanlike. So you do have to watch out for players that do stupid things like that. I have a very good... I have the best camo rating and recon, situational awareness, everything, coded optics, binocs, everything that, and the camo net, everything that optimizes it for stealth. And other players aren't going to have that.
Target acquired.
So I'm always looking at which target I might shoot at if I have to.
Target lost.
Now there's something that you need to be aware of. I spotted 9 tanks, but what you're going to notice is that sometimes your behavior can change the game. Like what will happen is, because I've spotted these tanks, this M103, normally he wouldn't be. Look at the position he's in. He's in the F7 area. Normally he wouldn't be there. So what happens is, when you spot tanks and they start taking fire, they start seeing our tanks, we start seeing them. They don't go where they were planning on going. Like if they were planning to go to the hill, he might have turned back. So sometimes doing something like this changes the game a little bit. And you can see we've got a tiger there also. And sometimes I do shoot at these tanks, but you have to be very careful because you don't want your position to be discovered. Like right now, if I fired at these guys, they would discover that I'm here, and I would lose any future spotting damage. I'm also checking to see if any of them get hit. You know, I total how much spotting damage I might be getting. And that M103, for example, I'm probably not getting spotting damage for him, because we've got the SPIC and the T-54. They're competing with me for spotting damage, so I'm going to get less than if they weren't there. But the good news is that they do distract the enemy to keep them away from me. It's 6-0 right now. So I don't know which tanks have been dying. Let's take a quick look. Let's see if we can find all the dead tanks. Okay, so then we got 1 near the base, 2 near the base, 3, 4. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 also looks to be somewhat near the base. The 6th tank, I don't know. So it's actually now it's 7-0. Most of the tanks that are dead are near the base. And it allowed my allies to advance in the south. You can see that they've advanced over there with 100% of their health. Now, if you look at the map, you can see that it looks like the enemy never made it to the hill. I don't know if it's true or not, because I can't see if there's dead tanks up there, but I have the feeling that they did not make it to the hill. It's now 8-0. You can see that their heavy tanks are in the E0 area. They never made it to the hill. Now it's 9-0. That's a tank I could easily kill. Now would be a good time for me to advance, because I'm no longer in a good spotting position, although I might still be spotting that M103. It's now 10-0. Now I definitely would have shot on that. Okay, 11-0. They've only got a few tanks left. It shows that a good spotter can absolutely carry the team. I probably got number 1 for experience. It happens all the time. Nothing unusual. I could do 0 damage, never fire my gun, and get number 1 for EXP for the team. It happens all the time.
Ready to fire. Where'd they go? Target acquired. I don't see the target.
Okay, so that's the game. It was 15-0. That's the way you want to play, and they probably have no idea. They're going to say, like, we have a failed team. No, it's because they didn't do a good job spotting. I pulled up that spotting location, and it's not foolproof. You can counter spot that location. It's definitely possible, but they didn't do it, and it was their spotting failure that caused them to lose. If you look at my Sand River spotting video, you'll see what I mean, where I had the whole team spotted the whole game, and we just pummeled them. Okay, so 15-0. The tank was the M41 Walker Bulldog. It's a Tier 7 American light tank. The map is Malinovka. If you have any questions or comments, please post below.